Hello, everyone. Welcome back to A1 English Podcast, the place where real English learning happens. Not the stressful kind, not the boring kind, the real kind.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Jessica. And today is special because we are going to say something that most English teachers never say.
Something that might change the way you think about English forever.
You are not bad at English.
Let me say that again. You are not bad at English.
You are just doing it wrong, and that is not your fault. That is the system's fault.
And today, we're going to fix that. We're going to show you the exact mindset shift that separates people who struggle with English for years from the people who suddenly just click.
Yes, that moment when English suddenly feels easier, that doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you change how you think about learning.
So before we start, if you are watching or listening right now, do us one small favor. Hit the like button.
Subscribe to A1 English Podcast because we upload new episodes every single day to help you improve your English naturally.
And honestly, subscribing is one of the best things you can do for your English journey because consistency is everything, and we are here every day for you.
Okay, let's get into it. No boring grammar rules today, no textbook stuff, just real talk, real mindset, real English.
Jack, let me ask you something. When you were learning a new skill, any skill, did you ever feel like, why is everyone else getting this but me?
Oh, all the time. Actually, I remember when I was learning to drive. Everyone around me seemed so relaxed, and I was just sitting there gripping the wheel like my life depended on it.
Exactly. And you know what? That feeling, that I'm the only one struggling feeling, that is what so many English learners feel every single day.
And the worst part? They start to believe it. They start to think, maybe I'm just not smart enough for English, or maybe English is too hard for me, or maybe I just don't have a talent for languages.
And those thoughts, those are lies. They are complete, total lies.
Strong words, Jessica.
Strong words because it's the truth. The problem is never the learner. The problem is the system.
Say more about that. What do you mean by the approach?
Okay, so think about how most people learn English. You open a textbook, page 1, grammar rules, page 2, more grammar rules, page 3, fill in the blanks, page 4, memorize these 50 vocabulary words.
Ugh, even talking about it feels exhausting.
Right? And here's the thing. That approach was never designed to help you speak English. It was designed to help you pass a test. And those are two very different things.
That's such a good point. I've met so many people who scored 90% on English grammar tests, but couldn't order a coffee in English without panicking.
Yes, because grammar tests don't teach you to think in English. They teach you to analyze English, and analyzing is not the same as speaking.
So what's the alternative? What should people be doing instead?
That is exactly what we're going to talk about today. It all starts with one shift, one simple, powerful shift in how you think about English.
All right, let's talk about mindset shift number 1. This one is so simple, but it changes everything.
English is not a subject. English is a skill.
Pause on that. Let's really think about what that means.
Okay, so think about swimming. When you learn to swim, does your teacher give you a 50-page textbook about water physics? Does she say, first memorize the molecular structure of H2O, then memorize the 12 laws of fluid dynamics?
No, that would be ridiculous. You just get in the water.
Exactly. You get in the water, you flail around, you swallow some water, you try again, and slowly, your body starts to understand what to do.
So you're saying English is the same. You just have to get in the water.
Yes, you have to use it. You have to speak it, even badly, even with mistakes, even when you feel embarrassed, because your brain learns language the same way your body learns swimming, through experience, not through memorization.
This is actually backed by science, right? There's a lot of research on this.
Absolutely. Linguists call it comprehensible input, the idea that you learn language by understanding it in context, not by memorizing rules. When you hear a word in a real conversation, in a real situation, your brain locks it in 10 times faster than if you just read it in a vocabulary list.
I believe that. I remember the first time I heard the phrase, "it's not rocket science," in a real conversation. I understood it immediately from the context, and I never forgot it.
Right, because context creates meaning, and meaning creates memory.
So for everyone listening, here is your first action step. Stop treating English like a subject you study. Start treating it like a skill you practice every single day.
And even 5 minutes of listening to real English like this podcast is more valuable than 1 hour of memorizing grammar rules.
Okay, I love that. So mindset shift number 1, English is a skill, not a subject. Got it.
All right, mindset shift number 2. And this one is the one that I think hurts learners the most when they don't have it.
What is it?
Mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are progress.
Tell me more.
Okay, so I want to ask everyone listening, when you make a grammar mistake in English, how do you feel?
I think a lot of people feel embarrassed, ashamed, like they want to hide.
Yes, and that feeling of shame, it is the #1 killer of language learning. Because when you are afraid to make mistakes, you stop speaking. And when you stop speaking, you stop improving.
It's like a trap. Fear of mistakes leads to silence. Silence leads to no practice. No practice leads to no improvement. And no improvement leads to more fear.
Exactly. It's a cycle, and you have to break it. And the way you break it is by changing how you see mistakes.
So how should we see mistakes?
As data, as information, as proof that you tried.
I love that. Mistakes as data.
Think about it like this. When a baby learns to walk, they fall down, 100 times? 200 times? Do we look at that baby and say, "Oh, what a failure"?
No, we say, look, they're trying. They're almost there.
Right. We celebrate the attempt, and that is how you need to see your English mistakes. Every mistake is proof that you were trying, and trying is the only way to get better.
Let me give a real example. I have a friend who moved to an English-speaking country. First week there, she tried to order food at a restaurant. She wanted to say, "I'd like the chicken, please," but instead she said, "I want the chicken." And the waiter kind of looked at her funny, and she felt so embarrassed.
Oh no.
But here's the thing. Because of that experience, she never forgot the phrase, "I'd like." Never. She used it perfectly for the rest of her life. That embarrassing moment was actually the best English lesson she ever had.
That is such a perfect example. The mistake taught her more than any textbook could have.
So everyone listening, give yourself permission to be imperfect. Your mistakes are not evidence that you are bad at English. They're evidence that you are learning.
And here is a practical tip. The next time you make an English mistake, instead of feeling ashamed, say to yourself, "Good, now I know." That's it. Good, now I know.
I'm going to start using that. Good, now I know. I like it.
Okay, let's talk about mindset shift number 3. And honestly, this one might surprise you.
What is it, Jack?
Fluency is not perfection. Say it with me, everyone. Fluency is not perfection.
Oh yes, this is so important. So many learners think the goal is to speak English perfectly. No mistakes, perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation, perfect vocabulary.
And that goal is not just unrealistic, it's actually damaging because chasing perfection makes you afraid to open your mouth.
Here's a little secret. Even native English speakers make grammar mistakes every single day.
Wait, really?
Really? Native speakers say "between you and I" when it should be "between you and me." They confuse literally and figuratively. They mix up less and fewer. English is a messy language, and even people who grew up speaking it don't always get it perfectly right.
So if native speakers aren't perfect, why are we holding ourselves to a higher standard?
Exactly. And here's what fluency actually means. Fluency means you can communicate effectively. It means people understand you. It means you can express your ideas, your feelings, your thoughts in English without getting completely stuck.
That's a much more reachable goal.
So much more reachable. And here's the key. You can be fluent and still make mistakes. You can be fluent and still not know every word. Fluency is about flow, not flawlessness.
Flow, not flawlessness. I love that. Can I give an analogy?
Please.
Think about driving a car. When you first learned to drive, you were thinking about everything. The mirrors, the pedals, the steering wheel, the speed limit signs. Everything felt overwhelming.
Yes, like the story you told before. You were gripping the wheel so hard.
Exactly. But now, when you drive, you don't think about it. Your hands just know what to do. Your feet just know. You can drive and have a conversation at the same time. That is fluency.
So fluency is when the language stops feeling like work and starts feeling like automatic.
And it gets there through practice, not through perfection. Through consistent, daily, imperfect practice.
So your new goal starting today is not to speak perfect English. Your goal is to speak more comfortable English, a little more comfortable today than yesterday. That is progress.
All right, Jessica, let's talk about the specific mindset mistakes that hold learners back, because I think naming them makes them easier to fix.
Yes, let's do it. Mindset mistake number 1, waiting until you're ready to speak.
This one is huge. How many learners say, I'll start speaking English when my grammar is better, or I'll join that conversation when my vocabulary is bigger?
And the problem is that day never comes because your grammar only gets better through speaking. Your vocabulary only grows through using it. You can't prepare to swim without getting in the water.
The correct mindset? Speak before you're ready. The messiness is part of the process.
Mindset mistake number 2, comparing yourself to native speakers.
This one breaks my heart a little because learners will watch a native speaker talk, someone who has spoken English since birth, and feel terrible about themselves for not matching that.
That's like watching someone who has run marathons their whole life and feeling bad that you can't keep up on your first day of running. It's not a fair comparison.
So if native speakers aren't perfect, why are we holding ourselves to a higher standard?
Exactly. And here's what fluency actually means. Fluency means you can communicate effectively. It means people understand you. It means you can express your ideas, your feelings, your thoughts in English without getting completely stuck.
That's a much more reachable goal.
So much more reachable. And here's the key. You can be fluent and still make mistakes. You can be fluent and still not know every word. Fluency is about flow, not flawlessness.
Flow, not flawlessness. I love that. Can I give an analogy?
Please.
Think about driving a car. When you first learned to drive, you were thinking about everything. The mirrors, the pedals, the steering wheel, the speed limit signs. Everything felt overwhelming.
Yes, like the story you told before. You were gripping the wheel so hard.
Exactly. But now, when you drive, you don't think about it. Your hands just know what to do. Your feet just know. You can drive and have a conversation at the same time. That is fluency.
So fluency is when the language stops feeling like work and starts feeling like automatic.
And it gets there through practice, not through perfection. Through consistent, daily, imperfect practice.
So your new goal starting today is not to speak perfect English. Your goal is to speak more comfortable English, a little more comfortable today than yesterday. That is progress.
All right, Jessica, let's talk about the specific mindset mistakes that hold learners back, because I think naming them makes them easier to fix.
Yes, let's do it. Mindset mistake number 1, waiting until you're ready to speak.
This one is huge. How many learners say, I'll start speaking English when my grammar is better, or I'll join that conversation when my vocabulary is bigger?
And the problem is that day never comes because your grammar only gets better through speaking. Your vocabulary only grows through using it. You can't prepare to swim without getting in the water.
The correct mindset? Speak before you're ready. The messiness is part of the process.
Mindset mistake number 2, comparing yourself to native speakers.
This one breaks my heart a little because learners will watch a native speaker talk, someone who has spoken English since birth, and feel terrible about themselves for not matching that.
That's like watching someone who has run marathons their whole life and feeling bad that you can't keep up on your first day of running. It's not a fair comparison.
The correct mindset? Compare yourself to where you were last month. Are you better than you were? That's the only comparison that matters.
Mindset mistake number 3, thinking motivation is enough.
Ooh, what do you mean?
A lot of learners wait to feel motivated before they practice. They think, when I feel excited about English, I'll study. But motivation comes and goes. It's not reliable.
So what should replace motivation?
Habit. Routine. You don't wait to feel motivated to brush your teeth, you just do it. English practice should be the same. A small daily habit, even just 10 minutes, beats occasional big study sessions driven by motivation.
10 minutes a day, every day. That's it. That's the secret.
Okay, let's make this really practical because we don't want to just talk about mindset. We want to give you things you can actually do today.
Yes, so here are 3 simple daily habits that will transform not just your English, but how you feel about your English.
Habit number 1, talk to yourself in English. Seriously, when you're making breakfast, describe what you're doing. I am cutting the bread. I am pouring the coffee. When you see something outside, describe it. This builds the habit of thinking in English, not translating.
I love this one because it has 0 pressure. No one can judge you. No one is listening. It's just you and your brain building a new habit.
Habit number 2, listen to English you actually enjoy. A podcast you like, a show you love, a YouTube channel that makes you laugh. When you enjoy what you're listening to, your brain stays alert and absorbs language faster.
Like this podcast, for example?
Like this podcast, exactly. You're already doing this habit right now. Good job.
Habit number 3, celebrate tiny wins. Did you understand a full sentence in English today without translating it? Celebrate that. Did you speak 1 sentence in English without stopping? Celebrate that. Your brain needs positive reinforcement to keep going.
Yes, your brain is looking for evidence that English is working, so give it that evidence. Notice your progress. Say, hey, I understood that. I'm getting better.
And if today you understood everything we said in this episode, that is already proof of your English level. That is real progress.
All right, let's bring it all together. What did we learn today?
We talked about 3 big mindset shifts. Number 1, English is a skill, not a subject. You learn it by doing it, not by memorizing it.
Number 2, mistakes are progress, not failure. Every mistake is proof that you are trying, and trying is everything.
Number 3, fluency is not perfection. Your goal is flow, not flawlessness. Comfortable communication, not perfect grammar.
And we talked about the mindset mistakes that hold you back. Waiting until you're ready, comparing yourself to native speakers, and waiting for motivation instead of building habits.
And we gave you 3 daily habits you can start today. Talking to yourself in English, listening to English you actually enjoy, and celebrating your tiny wins.
Here's what I want you to take away from this episode. You are not bad at English. You never were. You were just given the wrong tools, the wrong mindset, the wrong approach.
And now you have the right mindset. And with the right mindset, everything is possible.
English is not a wall you crash into. It's a door. And today, you found the key.
If this episode helped you, and I really hope it did, please hit the like button. It helps more learners just like you find this podcast and change their English journey.
And subscribe to A1 English Podcast if you haven't already. We are here every single day with real conversations, real lessons, and real English for you.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself.
You've got this. Bye, everyone.
See you in the next episode.